Yes, I'm back. With a brand new team of the best builders, the brightest minds, and the boldest busters I could find. Yes, they're a bunch of kids, but the myths, they are as full-size and as explosive as ever. This is Mythbusters Junior.
In this new chapter, the science, spectacle,
Busters off the ground!
and explosive menu of high-octane myths may be familiar. But these new hosts bring more big brains,
Commence primary ignition.
out-of-the-box attitudes,
In 3.
and a brand new outlook to tackle a ton of hardcore myths.
Oh, hello, old friend.
And on this duct tape-tastic episode,
The sound of big machines doing our bidding.
Valerie, Ali, and Elijah
I love science!
investigate the myth you can make a working parachute from duct tape.
He's released.
And
Hey, guys.
Jesse, Rachel, and Cannon tackle the tall tale of duct tape tires.
I'm gonna be driving like a mad dog.
I just hope we don't die.
Look inside any maker's toolbox and you're likely to find a roll of this stuff.
Relax. This one hurt a bit.
Duct tape, a miracle material that can build almost anything. I'm building a net, and when a chicken walks across it, I'll snatch him up. Oh, I got the chicken! It's provided Mythbusters with some of our best stories over the years.
That really is quite hairy.
We've also used it to suspend me in midair.
Whoa. Hey. Ho, ho. Fun for the whole family.
And it's nice to know that some traditions never die. All right, I think we're done.
Okay. Yep. Can I come down now? This is a real sword. I'd cut myself out.
Our first duct tape myth is, can you build a functioning, life-saving parachute using only duct tape? This one actually has my wheels turning because sure, you can make cloth out of duct tape, so you could make something that is shaped just like a parachute. The question is, will that save your life? And the answer is, I have no idea. I do know it involves dropping Buster from extreme heights, and that never gets old.
Yep, our heroic human guinea pig has put in well over a decade of service, testing the effects of extreme gravity.
Oh, and that ought to do it.
When finding out if you can use an aircraft escape raft, Indiana Jones style, he really put his head on the line.
That's part of his skull.
And Ali, Valerie, and Elijah are also jumping right in. Ali, our resident ingenious inventor, has sourced a real chute to use as a template for their duct tape.
It looks like a giant taco. My name is Allie Weber. I am 13 years old and I'm from South Dakota. I am a maker, builder, and inventor. I've been Teen Vogue 21 Under 21 and I've been inducted in the South Dakota Hall of Fame. When I was 5, I wanted to build a robot for the science fair. Dad's like, okay, I guess whatever, you know, probably not.
Hello, this is Roby the robot, and he is here to make recycling fun.
I really don't like the question of what do you want to be when you grow up? What's up with what I'm doing now? I'm a maker, I'm an inventor, and I guess, like, does that not count until I'm an adult or what? We have a C9 military parachute. We're going to be looking at the design and the size to see what we can implement in our duct tape parachute. 14 feet.
With those measurements, programming whiz Elijah has translated the pattern into 3D in CAD. a computer-aided design program.
This is our design for a duct tape parachute. It'll use 28 curved triangular panels called gores. I'm Elijah Horland. I'm 13, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a maker. I specifically work with electronics.
These are the resistors, that's the battery holder, that's the computer, that's the capacitor, and that's the switch.
I've built everything from a video game system that plays over 47,000 games to an RC Trojan horse. I started tinkering with electronics when I was 9. I really like 3D printing. I've even built my own.
With the CAD software, Elijah can estimate a crucial data point to assess their chances of success.
Based on our calculations, this should be 230 pounds of duct tape.
With that info, it's over to our resident mechanical engineer, Valerie.
My name is Valerie Castillo. I'm 15 years old, and I'm from Lancaster, California. I've been doing robotics for about 4 years now, and my second year, I became team captain, where we won our state championships, which led us to the world championship in Louisville, Kentucky. Oh! The first time I was introduced to Mythbusters, I remember seeing these two guys.
Come on, you're doing fine.
Swimming through syrup. I thought they were really weird at first. Who are these people, you know? Like, oh. Now that I'm on this show, I would totally swim through syrup.
No syrup swimming yet, but Valerie does have to apply her beautiful mind to crunching the numbers.
With the total weight of the parachute plus Buster's weight, this is a drag coefficient. We have to multiply that by 2. There's actually a formula that allows us to calculate the velocity at which Buster will land, and we're estimating he should land at about 12.786 miles per hour, which in theory he should be able to survive, but there's only one way to find out.
In our second duct tape myth, the Mythbusters will be reinventing the wheel, sort of.
To be specific, the myth is if you somehow end up with 4 flat tires, is it possible to make usable replacements out of our favorite sticky fabric?
I have used over 85 miles of duct tape over the years in busting myths about this stuff, but car tires never even occurred to me. And I don't know what the answer will be. I do know this: the kids will hate the smell just as much as I do. Oh, hello, old friend.
Over the years, the team has tested the miracle material's waterproof properties by successfully building a boat, its adhesive strength by successfully firing an 18-pound cannonball at 136 miles an hour, and its engineering versatility.
1.
To construct a trebuchet.
Yeah!
And Adam knows all too well to build anything substantial, you need a lot of it.
Sweet ride.
All it needs is a new pair of wheels.
To test the efficacy of duct tape tires, the team's starting off a little slower and beginning with a bike.
Here we go.
Given Jesse has built his own motorbike,
Oh, nuts.
changing a bicycle wheel presents no problems.
Is part of building making grunt noises?
And we are done.
Wow.
Ninja skills.
We need to be methodical about how we build our tire. I've taken some measurements of a standard bicycle tire so that our duct tape tire can be modeled after it. We'll use half-inch strips to fill the rim, and then full strips to make the height.
With the specs, the guys go to work. And Cannon has a surprising confession.
I've never ridden a bike before.
Don't go too fast.
This isn't that bad.
You're going too fast.
This is pretty easy. Look, Mom, no hands.
Several miles on a road to nowhere, and they have their duct tape tire.
Cannon,
Yes.
you have a duct tape tire.
Oh, yeah.
But will it provide a serviceable ride? To find out, cue 2 comparative controls. First up, regular wheels.
We've put this cup on our bicycle, and we filled it to the top with water.
Go.
And she's off.
After each set of tires takes its turn around the course,
Oh, we're experiencing some spillage.
we'll see how much water's been spilled.
My water is beautiful.
This should give us an indication of how smooth the ride is between each test. Woo!
Yeah!
Finished.
We started off at 300 milliliters, and now we're around 270.
All right, let's swap over to rims.
Okay.
If the myth requires a MacGyver-style save,
Are you ready for this?
I must be crazy.
Go.
Oh!
Oh, goodness, that sounds terrible.
then the real gauge of the duct tape success
This is a lot more than last time.
will be to see where it falls in the spectrum.
Oh, she's falling!
This is terrible!
Between a regular tire
Don't fall! Tires are really useful.
and nothing at all.
We lost the camera.
And all of the water.
This is the worst!
Yeah!
You started at 300 milliliters, and now you're down to 85 milliliters now. Now it's time to test our duct tape tires.
And out with the old, and in with the new. Yeah. She's ready to ride. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, this isn't too bad. So far, so good. These duct tape tires not only look good, they're actually kind of smooth, but they also feel good.
It's working a lot better than the rims. Like, it looks like she's pedaling slower just because of how heavy they are.
I don't even care how they perform. I'm just glad I'm off those rims. This is great, dudes.
And finish.
The results are in.
These duct tape tires are fantastic.
Rachel did pretty well with the duct tape tire. We didn't lose much water. With the rims, she didn't have much traction, so her back end kind of slid out a little bit, and that's why so much water was lost. I think duct tape tires might be a viable solution.
Yep, the myth looks good for 2 wheels, but the team wants to wrap it up to 4 and add engine power. And so Cannon, Rachel, and Jesse begin the non-trivial task of making 4 car tires entirely out of duct tape.
This is our super cool contraption that we're gonna use to make a duct tape tire. To make this wheel spin, it's gonna be powered by this drill, which is connected to this belt, which is connected to this pulley. And this whole thing is going to be run by Cannon's foot. And we need to make 4 of these, so hopefully this speeds up the process.
It's a smart mechanical solution by Jesse, the team's fabricator-in-chief.
I'm Jesse Lawless, I'm 15 years old, and I'm from Slidell, Louisiana. When I get my hands on a project or get my hands dirty, that's when, like, science really gets interesting for me.
It's working!
When I was little, I spent a lot of time at my dad's shop. He owns a custom body shop. When I was, like, 12, I built a little custom mini chopper. I call it the Gremlin, and I put in a car show. I got first place, and I was like, oh my God, I got first place. I was going crazy.
Replacing a standard 14-inch air-filled tire with solid duct tape is going to be a long and laborious process.
That's a roll.
And given that it's not exactly Emmy award-winning TV, it's time for the patented Mythbusters build montage.
Only 3 more to go.
Replacing a regular tire's width and wall depth takes approximately 31 rolls, or 1,800 feet of duct tape.
Looks good.
And with all 4 tires taped up and in the trunk, it's time to hit the road. For a trip to an iconic Mythbusters location.
I am standing in a location familiar to regular watchers of Mythbusters, one of my all-time favorite locations. I am standing in the center of the runway of the Alameda Naval Base, right across San Francisco Bay. Here comes chaos.
can't have nice things.
We have filmed hundreds of Mythbusters episodes right here.
Nice work, Buster.
There's your problem.
We have crashed trucks into each other here. That worked freaking perfectly!
If I was a different kind of person, I'd hug you right now.
I've driven backwards tactically in high heels on this tarmac.
Come on, baby. Daddy's got a new pair of shoes. Okay, that was different.
And now we are back.
Hey, guys.
They might be too young to drive on city streets, but not on a closed course.
The Mythbusters, Alameda, and Automobile Anecdotes have a long
Why, you ask? Because secretly you've always wondered, and that's why we're here.
and often ridiculous relationship.
It's off the ground!
Question is, how will the myth of makeshift duct tape tires compare?
Now, in seeking to test the efficacy of duct tape car tires, we're not concerned whether they're better than pneumatic tires. No, we're just curious to find if duct tape is better than nothing. And this is the course on which we're gonna test that. It is 1/4 mile long with 10 stanchions running up the center through which our driver will slalom to the end and back again. Obviously, we're gonna drive this course in duct tape tires. Before that, we're gonna drive it in raw rims. That's gonna be awesome. But the first test is, of course, the control test, and that is pneumatic tires. But there's another reason that pneumatic tires are our first test, and that's because I'm not doing the driving.
Hey, guys.
That's right, our driver for all the tests today will be young Mythbuster Cannon. He may be a sophomore in college, which is more college than I have, but he's still only 12 years old and 3.5 years from qualifying for a learner's permit.
No way. Oh, these are so beautiful.
But apparently, on a closed course with a qualified instructor, none of that matters.
Wow.
So, that's the other reason we're starting with pneumatic tires. This will be the first time Cannon's ever driven a car, and we'd like him to get used to it.
Making our 12-year-old physics prodigy a stunt driver may be a bit of a stretch, but if anyone can, Cannon can.
I'm Cannon Huiyu. I'm 12 years old. I'm a sophomore in college, and I'm double majoring in astrophysics and engineering. When I grow up, I want to be an astronaut. I watch a lot of Star Wars, just to be prepared. The odds of this working are 3,720 to 1. I was doing research for one of the professors at TCU when I was 9, and we were studying a gas cloud called Complex A that's coming towards our galaxy through the galactic halo.
Back on Earth,
Cannon, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Cannon is all set for the first of 2 control tests. Monitoring data collection is Rachel, the team's design genius.
Hi, I'm Rachel Pizzolato. I'm 14 years old and from New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm a gymnast, science geek. When I grow up, I want to be an aeronautical engineer. Oh my gosh! I recently won the Grand Champion Award for the GNOSEF, Greater New Orleans Science and Engineering Fair, 3 times in a row.
When I was about 4 years old, I started building with my dad. Now we have just a tricked out backyard. It's really cool.
In order to visualize how smooth the ride actually is, we're gonna have this bucket filled with water and placed in between me and Jesse.
In theory, the smoother the ride, the less water spilled. In practice,
we're gonna get soaked.
they're raring to go.
I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna be driving like a mad dog.
I just hope we don't die.
All right, the car is running. It's currently in park. You've got 2 pedals in front of you. You've got one on the right. That's how much gas goes in. So go ahead and give it a little goose. There you go. Okay, now the other pedal to the left, that's your brake. You keep your right foot on the brake, release the emergency brake, and then put this car into drive. That's D.
Oh, I'm nervous about this.
Go ahead, pull it off. All right, now go ahead and start turning the steering wheel.
Okay.
Turn the steering wheel to the left. Keep turning, keep turning. That's it. That's great. Awesome.
With Cannon's head peeking out above the dash, perhaps the coolest first driving lesson ever. And the first control test for duct tape tires is underway.
Okay, now go ahead and give it a little more gas. Yeah, okay, turn. Yes, you're doing great. Turn to the right, turn to the right. Okay, turn to the left, turn to the left. That's it. To the right, to the right, to the right. Okay, now, this way you're gonna do a full U-ing. So turn hard to the left.
Okay.
All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. Hard. Like that. That's what I'm talking about. You are doing great, man.
I just got soaked!
That's it. Yeah, now turn hard to the left. Yeah.
I'm getting soaked.
All right, here we go. And bringing it in, so slowly.
Hold on.
Okay, put your foot on the brake right now. Perfect. Now go ahead and put the car in park. Cannon, you just drove a car, buddy.
We're soaked back here.
That was awesome.
I'm sorry that they got wet.
Like that.
But that's just the risk of being a passenger in my car.
Perfect.
Before Team Tire proceed, Elijah, Allie, and Valerie are testing the myth that a duct tape parachute is viable and survivable.
All right, we just finished 1/84th of what we have to do.
It's a huge undertaking, 2,000 feet of duct tape rope,
Looks good.
a massive 500 square feet in 28 separate panels of duct tape canopy. And several hours later, one thing is abundantly clear. This job is all hands on deck, and the hosts have to project manage a mass assembly line.
Hi, I'm Allie Weber, CEO of Duct Tape Parachutes, and welcome to the exclusive tour of Duct Tape Parachutes manufacturing facility. Over here's our pattern station, where our workers are tracing and cutting out pieces of the duct tape to turn into our parachutes. Over here is our rope station, where people are taking pieces of duct tape and turning it into rope for our parachutes. And over here is the assembly station, where people are assembling the patterns into sections of our parachute.
What are you doing?
Over here is where the magic happens. This is where all the sections of duct tape are manufactured into one large, viable and survivable parachute. And this is our top client, Buster. He's also our only client, and hopefully not our last client.
To give Buster the best chance of survival, the team pulls an all-nighter to complete construction. And as D-Day dawns, will it be an aeronautical apocalypse now? Or will duct tape once again prove to be a miracle life-saving material? To find out, the team is decamped to a location rife with myth-busting history and weeds.
I know it looks like I'm standing in the middle of a field of California's favorite weed, anise, and, well, I guess I am, but I'm also more specifically standing on the Mare Island Naval Base north of San Francisco. Over there, we shot all of our zombie episodes.
They found us again.
And over there, we shot Duct Tape Bridge. People walk on bridges like this every day? Today we are here to do the finale of another duct tape myth, duct tape parachute. I am so excited to see this parachute. The Mythbusters have done incredible work putting together this parachute. Hello. Let's check out this parachute you guys built.
Yeah.
All right, I cannot wait to see it, but more importantly, I can't wait to drop it.
Made with meticulous R&D and modeled on a military C9 chute, Valerie's done the math, and despite weighing in at 230 pounds, in theory, it should see Buster safely to the ground.
That is insane. How was it putting it all together?
Exhausting and sticky, but very fun.
I think we have different meanings of the word fun.
All right, well, I guess the next step, now that this is out, is to do a location scout. Now, you guys are experienced helicopter riders, right?
No.
No.
None of you has ever ridden in a helicopter?
No.
Oh, this is great.
Cue the music, the slow-mo, flight suits and shades. Because the first task today is to scout the location and find a safe zone to drop Buster.
Eduardo, I think we're good to take off. Okay, perfect. Here we go.
Oh my God!
Inbound to the ramp on Echo.
Oh my God! Awesome. I like helicopters. They're very fun.
I want to stay up here forever now. Yeah, same.
The sheer delight on their faces. In fact, I think even Elijah liked it. It's hard to tell.
You get such a different perspective on the world looking at it from above, don't you?
I could get used to this whole Mythbusters thing.
That's exactly where we mounted the duct tape bridge to walk across it.
It was basically going through a Mythbusters museum in the sky.
So, that big building with the pitched roof there, that's where we shot all the zombie episodes.
And it was amazing.
And the Star Wars episode.
And having the person who actually did the myths right next to you. It was awesome.
So Adam, what have you dropped out of a helicopter before?
Oh, I've mostly dropped busters. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Man, talk about the perks of being a Mythbuster.
Speaking of which, this isn't just a joyride.
Right there. That's 650 feet? Yes, sir.
The hover height of 650 feet will allow time for the chute to fully inflate. And accounting for wind drift, the team has to identify a safe landing zone.
And it's far enough from the active road and also far enough from the water. What do you think?
I think that's good.
And with that, it's back down to earth and back to work.
Best day ever, and we haven't even dropped Buster yet.
To test the myth that in an emergency, duct tape tires can replace regular tires,
Start turning to the right.
Cannon has had his first ever driving lesson at a Mythbusters bucket list location.
You're doing great. Turn to the right. Turn to the right.
I've seen the Alameda runway on TV before, but I never thought I'd be driving on it. This is pretty cool.
Perfect. That was fantastic. Cannon took off the line, slalom through our course, came back again. All the way, hard, hard, hard. Like that. The thing to remember, if it's been a while since you learned how to drive, as it has been for me, is that the first time you move a car, it's terrifying just to be in control of something that big and heavy. So as far as I'm concerned, Cannon is fearless. Now he's about to be tireless. That is, he's about to drive this car on rims without any tires.
Yep, to test duct tape tires, the team is comparing the handling and control with regular tires and no tires at all.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
All right. Oh, Cannon, welcome to the weirdest second driving lesson anyone on Earth ever got. The amount of contact we have with the ground is very, very small. If you gave the car too much gas, just spin in place. Once it's creeping forward, then we'll worry about steering, which may be a whole nother living hell. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah, it's exactly as bad as it sounds.
Get ready on the steering. Hard to the right, hard to the right.
Riding on rims is pretty rough.
Yes, Cannon, you're getting it. We're steering on rims, baby.
It was like nails on a chalkboard.
Yes, that's it, Cannon. Perfect. You might be wondering why we're doing something as ludicrous as driving on car rims. Like, what does that prove? Turn hard to the left. Many turns. Many turns. That's it! Yeah! Okay, straight down, straight down. Oh, man. You are killing it. A little more gas, a little more gas. Look, if you're testing the efficacy of duct tape tires, you're not testing them against air-filled tires. Yes, Cannon! To the right. What you're really testing is, are they better than nothing? Is this a viable fix in a pinch if duct tape is all you have? You're doing great, buddy. A little more gas, a little more gas. Harder to the right, harder to the right. Whoa!
Considering that this is the second time that Cannon has ever been behind the wheel of a car, he's pretty much a natural.
And pull hard, 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 hard.
He hit none of the cones.
Whoa! Dude!
And he navigated through the course pretty well.
Cannon, that was some top-notch driving, buddy. Give me high five.
Thank you.
How are you guys doing back there?
She's so Good job, little bro.
I was surprised how much control you actually had while steering.
Me too.
Once again, the bucket lost a significant volume of water. But honestly, it's less a measure of how smooth the ride is and more an opportunity for Cannon to soak his co-hosts. The real measure of success for the duct tape tires is the subjective experience of the passengers, the comparative handling and control of the car, and how well the tape tires hold up.
This tire weighs 76 pounds. The only thing separating the weight of me and the weight of this tire is 3 burritos.
Our duct tape tires should hold up pretty well in the back.
4-wheel duct tape tire test in 3.
But as for the front goes, I think from the turning, since it's a front-wheel drive car, and all the friction,
2.
I think they will eventually melt and fall apart.
1.
And we're off.
So the myth we're testing today is that you can build a viable and survivable duct tape parachute.
Well, first up, we're gonna drop Buster out of the helicopter with a normal parachute to do a control test.
Spinning counterclockwise.
I can't wait to see what happens.
The landing zone is laid out.
All right, Buster.
The reluctant fall guy is rigged
Breathe, Buster, breathe.
for the control drop with the regulation military chute. And electronics specialist Elijah gets set to collect the data.
This 3-axis accelerometer can record and read acceleration.
Black box is rolling.
From this, we can tell how fast Buster is going and the impact he had.
All right, Eduardo, let's take it up.
Okay, copy.
In both drops, the pilot will hover at 650 feet.
Oh, big machines. They make me so happy.
Buster will hang from his rig at 500 feet, giving the chute time to open, stabilize, and achieve terminal velocity.
Now, the standard use case for a parachute, of course, is that you put it in a little backpack, jump out of something that's in midair, pull the ripcord, and float safely to the ground. So you might be wondering why Buster's stretched out here with his parachute already out and open. Well, it's because Buster's not a real person. These look like hands, but he can't pull any ripcord. All he can do is karate chop soft things.
If there is some reason we have to run, follow me, okay?
That's not scary at all.
So, in order to make sure that his parachute is out and untangled, the helicopter will take off with its lease mechanism with the parachute under that already open.
Oh, Buster's up, Buster's up.
We're gonna pull him up to his drop height. That's when our pilot, Eduardo, will activate the release mechanism and Buster will theoretically float safely to the ground.
That looks like a perfect ascent. I don't see any twisting at all. Buster's sitting there comfortably in his harness. Oh.
I love science. Oh, what a day, what a day.
Okay. Eduardo, we are good for you to drop on your own mark.
Okay, dropping right now.
Oh, there he goes!
Oh, it's so pretty!
The control drop was ideal. The parachute opened as per the experimental design, and Buster came safely back to Earth.
Oh!
That was a beautiful drop, Eduardo. Come on home.
The only issue? Buster missed his mark, landing deep in the undergrowth.
Follow right behind me. If there's a snake, I should get bit.
Okay.
But his descent, as backed up by the data, was perfect.
Buster landed at just about 10 miles per hour. That is a beautiful speed to land at, and it is exactly the zone we're hoping for from the duct tape parachute.
There we go, guys.
To give you a little context, above 16 miles per hour for a landing, that's when you start breaking ankles, and above 25, and again, these numbers aren't perfectly exact, that's when you're gonna die.
Perfect. Let's hook him to the chute.
So we're hoping for something below 16 miles an hour for the drop from Buster's parachute.
Cue take 2.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Eduardo, take it up.
Can the duct tape parachute slow Buster's descent to a safe speed of less than 16 miles an hour?
The sound of big machines doing our bidding. For science! It's going up.
I did the calculations. For a duct tape parachute that's 28 feet in diameter, looks good!
I don't see any twisting.
And carrying a buster that's 150 pounds,
Buster's off the ground!
he should land at about 13 miles per hour. I hope.
All right, Eduardo.
This is it.
Let's drop him in 3,
Duct tape parachute is go.
2, 1, go! He's released.
This is it.
In 3,
Can everyone's favorite tacky tape
2,
really replace a regular car tire?
1.
Oh, okay.
Will duct tape retain its structural integrity
Oh my God, it's bouncy.
while bearing 3,400 pounds of car and Mythbusters?
Really bumpy.
It is a rough ride.
Will the lateral frictional forces and resultant heat cause the adhesive tape to degrade?
This is awesome.
That's it, Cannon. You got it. You got it. Go hard. That's it, Cannon. Yeah! Yeah! Okay, there's your cone. Hard, faster. Come on, Cannon. You are killing this. Whoa. Okay, hold on. To the right, to the right, to the right. Yeah! Take us all the way home, buddy.
Cannon's a natural!
Oh my goodness.
I'm holding on to the oh my God handle. Bring it in.
Here we go.
That's it. And come on, hard, 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 and break. Slam on it. Beautiful. Oh! Dude.
That's about as much fun as a 12-year-old is legally allowed to have in a car.
Time for inspection.
But crucially, how did the duct tape tires hold up?
It's got all of the rock and gravel and stuff on it, but it still looks good.
It's amazing to me. People are going to think that we cheated and like just wrapped duct tape around a tire.
This is awesome.
There's barely any slip that I'm seeing.
I'm really impressed with how well duct tape held up.
Yep, at a top speed of 30 miles an hour, with Cannon at the wheel, they held up remarkably well. However,
seatbelts on, everybody.
The team wants to put duct tape tires to the ultimate test and double the speed.
Find your oh my gosh handles.
Plus, Adam can't resist the urge to terrify his co-hosts.
3, 2, 1. Yeah!
This isn't sounding good.
Oh! Whoa, it sounds terrible.
This is awesome!
Oh, yeah! I'm amazed at how much control I have. Whoa!
We're almost drifting.
Yes! Tape is going fire! Yes! Okay, here comes the drift.
Oh, God. I was like, oh, my goodness, I hope we don't crash.
Whoa! Okay,
we took a cone out.
there we go.
When I was driving, the ride was a little bumpy, but the tires held up pretty well.
Wow, I think see things flying all the way off of us. Whoa!
I smell duct tape.
Whoa! Whoa!
As far as Adam driving, those are definitely extreme conditions.
Come on, we can make it. Yes! Yeah! Now I think we have some problems. Houston,
we have a problem.
I think I can feel some specific issues.
And that is why we can't have nice things.
Dudes, give me some. That was so much fun.
Despite Adam's inevitable need to push the duct tape tires beyond even their prodigious capabilities, the results clear-cut.
After Adam's ride, the tires were trashed. But if I got a flat and I had a whole bunch of rolls of duct tape in my trunk and a lot of time, I think I could definitely make a tire.
Adam, this tire's gone.
Oh, yes,
Absolutely gone.
That's what we were feeling.
You destroy these things.
I did look at the one over here. This one's also seen better days, including this morning.
Overall, I'm really surprised of how good these duct tape tires actually held up.
Come on, we can make it, yes!
In the great duct tape Mythbusters tradition, can you build a duct tape tire? There's no doubt in my mind that you can. Is Cannon a better driver than Adam? That's plausible.
So should we call it the myth that duct tape can make a viable tire in a pinch?
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it's totally confirmed.
Confirmed.
Absolutely. Confirmed!
But they're not done yet. They have one more test up their sleeves.
All right, Jesse, you couldn't leave well enough alone. You put duct tape tires on rear-wheel drive sports car. Dude, let's do some burnouts.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that feels great! Come on, dude! That warms this old man's heart right there.
That was awesome.
Dude.
Utilizing 187 rolls of duct tape to make 2,000 feet of rope and a canopy of 500 square feet, it's been a monumental undertaking.
Buster's off the ground!
And this is the moment of truth. Will a duct tape parachute
3,
save your life?
2, 1, go! He's released!
Oh!
It's opening! It's opening!
It opened!
Oh my God!
It's open! It's open! Oh my goodness! Oh my God!
Incredibly, Buster looks like he's going to make it.
Oh! There we go! Oh! It's open!
The duct tape parachute is working.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
That was ugly.
We just did our duct tape parachute test, and man.
Do you think Buster survived?
No, I thought he was either gonna go perfectly or horribly, and both things happened.
Oh!
It was awesome.
I'm not getting a pulse.
So I want to confirm on that last drop that Buster died. He landed at about 28 miles per hour, which is equivalent to falling out of a 4th or 5th story window. Some people in history have survived such a drop. Most don't. But that drop did yield one piece of very compelling data. And that is, once the chute opened, and it was successfully opened, even though it was for a brief period of time, the speed at which Buster was descending was 13 miles per hour. Precisely the number that Valerie's math said he should be falling at.
I wish we could do it again.
Actually, there's no reason that we can't do it again. You guys want to go for another run?
Yes.
Excellent. This might actually work. I gotta tell you, I'm a little surprised. Mythbusters are doing more than prepping the chute for another drop. They're actually making some small modifications, but they're parachute valid modifications. See, a parachute has a hole in the top, and that is vital to the parachute's operation. If not enough air can pass through the chute, what happens is what we saw in this last drop, which is that air that can't escape out the top starts to escape out the sides, and the whole thing does a reverse pancake, and Buster slams into the ground. So, the Mythbusters are adding some more vent holes, hopefully to improve the performance of this parachute, and they hope that that will give Buster the safe ride home he wanted.
Cue, take 2.
he goes. Oh. All right, Buster.
Whenever you're ready.
All right, Eduardo, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, drop.
Open!
Oh.
Open!
Come on.
It's open! Yes!
Yes! Come on, Buster. You can do it. Open.
Yes! No!
Oh.
That did not look very good.
No. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's dead, but let's go check for sure.
The test was such a beautiful failure. Because it was working, and then it wasn't. And then it was open, and then it wasn't. And then it was. And then Buster fell to his death.
Oh, man. Buster's dead. This is totally my favorite kind of story, and I still can't believe that making a duct tape parachute never occurred to Jamie and I. Look, I hear you yelling at the television screen, wondering why we're not testing with a bigger parachute, and I get it. But here's the thing, watching that second drop, watching the parachute try to stay open, the venting was perfectly done, and it kept on making the best attempt, but the heaviness of the material kept working against it until Buster died again. Look, I think if you make a chute 3 times as big, all you have is 3 times the weight and 3 times as many problems. What is that word again?
Busted.
Yes. That is not to say that we might not come back and try a much bigger chute. That might be something we very much enjoy doing next season.
Can we take the helicopter home?
I already asked, and the answer is unfortunately no.